The big shift you made, and the one that's critical for any business to really scale, is going from looking in the rearview mirror to looking out the windshield when it comes to the finances.
Sure.
I mean, having reports and dashboards and things that help you anticipate what's coming, where you're looking forward instead of just looking at what happened last month to see if there's any money left.
Absolutely.
It's a big shift.
I remember being at EntreLeadership Summit in 2018, where I had first met you, and I got an update from finance about our cash flow. And I mean, I was flying high at EntreLeadership Summit. Like, it was awesome. The speakers you guys brought in, my knowledge, I was like, I can conquer the world. And I got this one email that just showed our finances were like in the red. And it was like I just sunk into the floor. And Steve's, who here with me on my trip, he said, Patrick, are you okay? I'm like, no, I'm not, And so we ended up talking through that, ended up getting meeting some great people who motivated me and got me to pull out of it. But that was the reality of—
What was the feeling in that moment?
Oh, man, failure. How do I get out of this hole? It just felt like I got swallowed up. And I'm like, it doesn't matter how pumped up I am right now. Am I the right leader? Can I do this?
Were you wondering if it was over?
Oh, for sure. I meet it, not the company, but more me. Am I done? Do I belong somewhere else? And the thing I learned is the grit and the fight that my dad poured into me. I knew I could get through it, but I had to be willing to put the work into it, and I had to be willing to change some things about myself. It wasn't working, and I had to accept the truth on that. And so as soon as I did, I came back and I actually drew a line. That was one of the big things I remember in 2018 of drawing the line. And I drew the line saying, this is going to be how we do things from now on. I need this. And I'll be honest, what was holding me back was I mentioned earlier, I wanted people to have a great place to work and be happy. I was so focused on making everyone happy, I wasn't making the business healthy. And I wasn't being a good enough leader for the company because I was so focused on making people smile, enjoy where they came. I did get that. I got that checked. People were happy, but I wasn't running it healthy. I mean, the financials were telling me that. That was the moment I looked in the mirror and saw the truth. I've got to be a better leader. And I've been on this journey ever since, trying to get there.
So coming out of that, what was the tension? Because I imagine you still wanted to make everybody happy.
Sure.
And you probably had to start doing some
I didn't go
difficult
extreme
things.
I didn't say that
Didn't swing the pendulum.
Nope.
So what was that journey like of maintaining this great thing you'd established in the culture where everybody is looking forward to coming in, but also bringing some more discipline, I imagine accountability, maybe telling people no on some things that before you were—
Can't just say yes to everyone.
You handed out candy all the time.
I love saying yes to people. It makes me feel so good when I get to say, oh yeah, let's do that.
That's what grandparents are good at. Here's lots of sugar. Now go home and sleep in your bed with your parents. And, how do you go from that, kind of that Santa Claus fun, everything's great, to going, no, we actually have to, there's some structure and accountability here without losing the joy that brought you there?
Yeah. Talking with a lot of people. Again, I'm going to promote that. Talking to other leaders was absolutely critical for me, other CEOs, asking them what they do. I knew I needed to get a better plan, but I wasn't sure what the right plan. And here's the thing. I got a lot of advice, but I had to customize it to what fit for me and what fit for our company. Because you can go extreme, and you have to be careful of that. So,
and did you plug in one of our coaching groups at that time?
Oh yeah. I mean, from the get-go, when I came out of the conference in summer 2018, I signed up to be part of it, but I didn't understand the real value of being part of a group until I started to see the need where I was drowning. I was needing this help in this area, and I was embarrassed. You mentioned, I mean, how does the owner, or I wasn't the owner at the time, but the leader of the company say, I don't understand financials very well. Super embarrassing. I'm glad it's just me and you on this podcast talking about this right now. So, but that's
very normal.
Yeah, well, but I didn't know that. It didn't feel normal to me. I just felt extremely embarrassed. But after I got over that and I realized, so then I started changing my meetings. I started being open of what I need. I had to be sincere and say, this is what I don't connect on. And that, for me, being able to just change and be open and honest and tell people that. Like, I didn't realize as a leader,
You're saying with your team?
This is with my team and in my employees of, hey, I don't have all the answers on this. Like, this is where we're at. This is where the red is. This is the problem. But I'm not sure exactly how this is going to get completely fixed, but these are the little things we're going to do along the way to hopefully make adjustments, right? And I still struggle with this in the sense of boundaries and telling people no, but it helps when you start talking about the problem, because you can never get through it unless you actually communicate. And then I started talking about finances with the team, which actually leads to more questions, which led to more doubting myself. Can I actually do this? Because people have all these questions and I don't know, and well, why and how, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need more help, to understand this. So I do think there's a balance of how much you share, but at the timing of it, and also be okay that there's going to be questions as you start sharing. It's good, but you also have to remember people don't understand everything, just like you don't understand everything. So you got to give it patience. It's the number one word that I've had to keep working on always. How do you keep working through it together? But it wasn't my problem only. Now it became a we problem. I wasn't alone. I had the team around me. They were willing to understand. And then they understood why I was so stressed. Before, they didn't understand why I was stressed. Now, as I'm talking about it, it brought clarity to everyone to understand why, as a business owner and leader at the time, what are you seeing that we're not seeing? And it drove perspective in a completely different view, which made me feel like I'm not alone. I'm with my team. They got my back. They're going to do this with me. And I think a lot of owners out there are just out there feeling like they're alone.